Okay, let's dive in. Today we're getting hyper specific, really focusing on one piece of professional AV hardware. But the takeaway here is huge. It's all about how HD-based technology is just completely changing complex system installs.
Right. We're looking at a dual input HDBaseT module for the CORIOmatrix system.
And we're not just talking about moving video around. This is a massive, and I mean massive, shortcut for installers and engineers. I mean, this component, the official name is the tvONE CM-HDBT-X-2IN-1ETH. It costs around $2,000. But the real story is the labor it saves.
Exactly. So what it is, essentially, is a two-receiver twisted pair input module. It's made to slot right into the CORIOmatrix chassis,
Okay.
and it handles two HD-based inputs, plus it has an Ethernet port, all using those standard RJ45 connectors you see everywhere.
And for the big projects, compliance is key, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's HDCP compliant, so it handles all the protected content securely, and it's also TAA compliant.
Which is? That's the U.S. trade standard needed for a lot of government jobs.
That's the one. So it's cleared for those kinds of installations.
Okay, so that's the physical groundwork. But what makes it worth that price tag is the tech inside, right? The HD-based 5-play technology. This is really the heart of it.
It is.
When you talk about convergence, I mean, video, audio, control, data is the main challenge, just making sure none of those 5 signals, step on each other's toes, bandwidth-wise.
That is the core challenge, and 5-play handles it by design. It's an engineered consolidation. It allows for the simultaneous transmission of, well, 5 key elements over one single twisted pair cable.
Okay, so what are the 5?
You've got your high-definition video and audio, so think resolutions up to 1080p or even 1920 by 1200, WUXGA.
Hold on, let's just clarify WUXGA. That's a bit of an acronym soup.
It is, yeah. It's just a widescreen resolution, 1920 by 1200.
Yeah.
A little more vertical space than standard 1080p. You see it a lot in high-end presentation spaces.
Got it.
But beyond video, 5-play also carries 100 megabit Ethernet, control signals like IR and RS-232, and critically, power over HD base.
And that consolidation is what saves and install crew days of work.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fewer cables to pull means way less labor, lower material costs. It all adds up.
So it's like a high-speed, multi-lane bridge for your media. You're not just moving video cars, but also the pedestrian data, the Ethernet, and the traffic signals, which are your control signals, all at once.
That's a great way to put it.
And it can do that up to 100 meters, which is what, about 328 feet? That completely changes where you can put your equipment.
Exactly. That ability, a single cable handling signal, data, and power over that kind of distance, that's the whole efficiency pitch right there.
So what does this all mean for you if you're the one designing the system? What kind of ecosystem does this plug into?
Well, this module isn't an island. It's built for broad compatibility. It works with basically any transmitter that supports HDBaseT standards, be it light, standard, or extended.
So it plays well with others.
It does. It integrates perfectly with specific tvONE models, like the TCT651, but it also works great with third-party gear, like the Magenta HD1 models.
Right. It exists inside this huge swappable ecosystem. If you're building out a CORIOmatrix, you can just pop this module out and slot in, say, a 4K HDMI input module instead.
Or a different output module, depending on what the job needs.
And that flexibility is the real user benefit, isn't it? It future-proofs your whole system against changing standards.
That's the core of it, yeah. This module is all about simplifying complex AV infrastructure. It takes all these different signal types and funnels them into one very efficient long-distance run.
It's addressing that industry push to minimize cabling without giving up performance.
Exactly. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this total reliance on a single cable solution, it raises a really interesting question.
Okay.
When you have video, power, control, and data all consolidated on those 5-play channels, how does that change your approach to troubleshooting? When something goes wrong, you're not just diagnosing a video line anymore.
You're diagnosing all 5 at once.
You're diagnosing all 5 at once. It's just something for you to think about the next time you're looking at a system diagram.